going on, everybody? All right, so happy Wednesday. Today is a new day, and here we are. As you've been seeing, I've been streaming more and just trying to keep up more with this content, bringing it to you free, of course. But if you can help out the channel, every bit helps. All right, so if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, turn that notification on, and we're going to talk about a few things. All right, just a few things. Today's topics is, as you can see, one, a few updates with my channel, what's going on with that. We're going to talk about real quick about Star Wars, Transformers, and of course DC, because we have some stuff that we have to talk about today. And with the way that things are going right now, pretty it's pretty kind of like interesting, but at the same time kind of sad of what's been happening and what's been going on and things. So let's see what we get today. All right. So as always, as these notifications go out and all this stuff, we will wait and give it a few seconds just while we wait for more people to join us and things like that. I see that the numbers are starting to move already, so drop your comments. We will be looking at that too. So today's gonna be a little fun chat, pretty interesting, and just something that's a little bit, if you're into this into these topics, we're gonna take a look at and we're going to be talking about it and stuff like that. So I know right now the things are pretty wild on the West Coast, and shout out, to everybody that's out there right now because I see the those wildfires and everything that's going out there. That's pretty intense. It's pretty scary. I've been seeing on the news and things. So whoever's out there, much love out there. Y'all stay safe and all that good stuff. Right. So first things first, let's talk about the channel real quick. All right. If you don't know, I made the announcement yesterday. I'm finally on Twitch, and I am going to be streaming and showing, video game content and stuff like that, as I play and things like that. So that's just something extra for everybody that's interested and, wants to, join in. And, if you want to play, make sure to add me on PlayStation or Fortnite, see as the director. So that's where you can catch me. If you want to join, feel free, go for it. And, we can play and stuff like that. So when it comes to those games and stuff or whatever it is. But yeah, so it's pretty much that's about it when it comes to what is new with the channel. Nothing big, and you're going to be seeing more footage of gaming content on the channel besides what you already see right now, besides, the reviews and the streams and all the stuff that we talk about. So we'll be also, having game content on here, with the gaming stuff for all my gamers and, different video games and stuff that I have planned out. So you can just ramp things up and make things a little bit more interesting on the channel. Like I told you, my goal is to entertain you, bring you all this type of content, whatever it is that I come across. And, here we are and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's just jump into it and let's talk about this. All right. So, look, first things first. Star Wars and Disney. Wow. Like, look, let's be real. This whole industry is right now down the dump, and it's affecting everything and everyone. This industry is not what it used to be. Times are changing, people are changing, and taste in entertainment is also changing. All right, so you can see right here, this is coming from Cosmic Book News. All right, that's the source right there. All right, apparently fans are no longer interested in Star Wars. All right, because they're having the worst ratings on Disney Plus. That tells you everything, honestly, and to whoever says otherwise, look, Star Wars, I think they had their run, they had their share at one point, and it just completely, it just went downhill, honestly. And it is what it is. What up, Sean? Appreciate you for watching. As you can see, we're here talking about this topic real quick. We got three topics. I already talked about the first one. I'm gonna talk about the other three. So this is one of them that fans just don't care no more about Star Wars. Look, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I've never cared about Star Wars, and but I can imagine what the Star Wars fans feel like right now, especially with this whole thing going on. You know what it was recently before this show right now, Ahsoka, I think, and that did poor. It's like entertainment isn't what it used to be. Let's just say how it is, and it's just sad to see how this industry is just fading away more and more. But then again, it's because you have these people in Hollywood that are completely just ruining the industry as if they're trying to do it on purpose. Like they're just trying to get rid of quality. and just trying to give us, anything so we can settle for less. And to be real, we just can't tolerate it no more. Fans are just everywhere divided in every fandom. It doesn't matter from what fandom you're coming, everybody's divided right now. And it sucks because it affects all of us. We can't enjoy good entertainment as we used to at one point. This is why, like I say, look, the time and age for Star Wars has kind of moved on, honestly. Ever since George Lucas sold it to Disney has just been destroying the brand and damaging the brand, and things don't get better. This is why I'm telling you the next big thing that's taking and replacing Star Wars, this is my point of view, is Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. And of course, you're going to have the salty Disney Star Wokes fans because let's face it, Star Wars has become woke, and this is why they're at where they're at. Real talk. And honestly, look, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, it's just awesome. It's just Disney could have been capitalizing with that. They could have been making money with that, but they turned it down. The same thing with WB, and this is your final product right here. You turned it down. You could have been making money. Therefore, now Netflix is capitalizing. Netflix is making money with Rebel Moon. WB, you could have been making money with Rebel Moon, but you turned it down. Remember, you said no to Zack. Same thing with you, Disney. You said no to Zack, and now this is what you reap. You reap what you sow. You told them no, and then Rebel Moon is on Netflix. Netflix is winning. Their stocks are high, and it's just incredible. And seeing how Star Wars is just falling apart completely, I can relate with you fans when it comes to a brand or something that you like. And pretty much this is where this is at. And what can we do? Instead of getting better, it just gets worse. All right. So that's what it is with that topic. Now let's move on to the next topic, right? So for all my Transformers fans, all right, if you're watching and you're a Transformers fan, you probably heard the news. All right. You might be asking what news, and it's pretty much about Splash Damage, the studio that's been working on Transformers Reactivate. All right. So today we got an update, and this is concerning the gaming side from Hasbro and the Transformers brand. You can see that right here is what they posted, and they're like, we have to make the news that they've decided to make and then to the development of Transformers Reactivate. This game has been probably in production for the past 3 years, and I I kind of knew this was heading down this way when we saw the Gaming Awards. There was no new trailer; they didn't show anything, and everything was just kind of in a limbo. And people were speculating. They were saying it. Watch is gonna get canceled, and here it is. It got canceled. Today they made the announcement they're not gonna continue it, and here it is. It again, being a Transformers fan, again, being any type of fan right now is tough because these companies are cutting corners, and I guarantee you that probably this came to an end not because of the game and stuff, but probably because what's been going on with Hasbro. Remember, they've been laying off people left and right, and company cutbacks, and everything is right now shutting down. Let's be real. You got restaurants shutting down. You got big companies like Big Lots shutting down. You have like J.C. Penney going out of business. Like so many things. The same thing happened to Toys R Us. So when you don't have a big, large distributor like that, because Toys R Us used to sell video games, they used to sell consoles, and they used to sell toys. So you get what I'm saying? It's a huge market. Yes, they're still around inside of Macy's, but it's not the same. But when it comes to the video game industry, look, they were working hard on this game. All right, you got to give them credit. There was a trailer that came out. I think they probably put out 2 trailers. Excuse me, but it just, I don't know. Honestly, look, I'm a Transformers fan, but something of this just didn't catch my attention. It just felt like a Call of Duty ripoff, first person shooter that they just threw in skins of Transformers. As you can see right here is Bumblebee and with some humans and stuff like that. But the thing is, like, why would you make a Transformers game like that? Look, this is another thing too. Not every game in the industry, the same thing like with movies, have to be the same. Everybody thinks that there's one formula and that's everybody that has to go by. It doesn't work like that. If these studios would just sit back and say, hey, look, what does the consumer really want? And they're going to tell you, they're telling you, we don't want this type of game. I, as a Transformers fan, I didn't want this, honestly. And look at how bad their movie industry is, their movie department. It's completely tanked. It's officially tanked. Without Michael Bay, let's face the facts. Without Michael Bay, the Transformers brand has completely gone down the drain, and it's sad. It's sad to see that, you know. Hasbro, just stick to what you know, toys and your, board games and whatever it is that you do. But the gaming side, leave that to the pros. I mean, who knows how much money they've invested and they lost just by canceling this game, but I know it wasn't cheap for sure, you know. And once they announced that trailer, I was like, it just doesn't catch my attention. It just straight up felt like a ripoff of Call of Duty. I was like, why are we going in that way? You know, we just saw that another game similar to that. What is it? Exo Primal from Capcom. They did something similar, but with dinosaurs and like some type of bodysuits they wanted to do to make it look like this. I was like, that's not gonna work, and it hasn't worked. You know, the game's on clearance, and this is what happens when companies don't listen to us, the fans. All right. So while we're still in the topic, we're about to move into the DC content. But before I get into that, still staying on this topic with Transformers, at least with Reactivate, we were able to get some good collectibles from it. Merchandise, toys, whatever you want to call it. I was able to get these. So if you're able to get these, get them now because I have a feeling these things are going to become rare and they're going to go up in price just because they canceled the game. So this is pretty much going to be canceled products. You get what I'm saying? I was able to get all four. They're pretty dope, and we already know the Studio Series just released, re-released this same figure of Bumblebee, just trying to remilk it, you know, and look at what happens. They cancel the game. So no surprise there, and this is kind of false advertisement because he's not that tall. He's a deluxe, which he's probably the height of Optimus' waist. He's pretty tiny. That's the only downfall about this. But at least we got those cool figures. I mean, it's a shame, but it is what it is. As we continue to move more into the future, things just continue to sink and things just continue to flop, and it sucks. And that's why, like I say, restore the Bayverse because with Michael Bay, the Transformers brand overall in the cinematic universe, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about toys, but it also includes toys and merchandise because, that stuff sold and they're still remaking, some of these new versions of the Bayformers, if you want to call it, from Studio Series and things like that. So it's sold. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. They canceled it. I mean, it's a shame, but it is what it is. All right. So now let's head into the topic that everybody must be waiting for DC. All right. So today, 1/8/25. How did the stocks end? Boom. This is how they ended today. All right. This is where the chunky good details come in. All right. So if you're joining us for the first time, hit that subscribe if you like the content. All right. Look, check this out. This is today. All right. WB closed at 10:06. Oh, but I thought DC was doing good and I thought they were eating good, right? Ha ha ha. Look at what the numbers are at. They went even lower. They are lower than yesterday. That sucks. It really does. You know why? Because again, nobody's eating this whole DC with James Gunn. James Gunn is cooking. No, he's not. He's cooking flops. That's what he's cooking. So for all you toxic James Gunn fans, accept the fact you have the big L coming your way, a massive L with Superman that's coming this summer. All right. This is the proof. The numbers don't lie. All right. This is why I'm telling y'all. This right here are the facts. You can't deny this. You just can't deny it. That's why it's funny to see how, people try to defend James Gunn and say, oh, well, with James Gunn, we're eating good. With James Gunn, things are looking good. No, they're not. How are you going to explain that right there to the investors? Instead of going up and you're making all these announcements, things continue to sink, things continue to drop, and that's that's where they're at right now. So let's see what happens. Let's see. Honestly, drop your comments because I'm going down the comment section. Is also Evening Mate Crazy France released the numbers for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I want the rest of the countries to do the same now. Yeah, for sure. I agree with you, McRib Prime. Hopefully we do get to see it, but they're hiding something. Honestly, let's see what happens with that. All right, let's see. Hi, I hope Ender Dragon would be realistic in Minecraft movie instead of blocky. Yeah, they should just make the Minecraft movie honestly two ways. Either all full action, like like how they did with G.I. Joe and stuff like that. Or just make it all like a animated film, like they did the Super Mario Brothers. But again, it's WB, WB just playing their WB game, so we will see what what's gonna happen with that. All right, who's looking forward to the live action Warhammer? I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I hope it's good. I have a feeling it is, but let's see what happens with that also. Kathleen Kennedy tanked two of the biggest IPs, Indiana Jones and Star Wars. Yep, yep, yep. That's true. That is true, honestly, It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Sergeant, what up? All right. So you heard of what happened today regarding the studio update? Yeah, you know what? Like I said, that sucks. With that whole thing with what is it, Splash Studio or something like that. But it is what it is. It happens. These productions are not cheap, and with the way the Hasbro is right now, they can't afford. Remember, they're laying off people, so I'm sure that all costed, and pretty much they bit more than what they could choose, so they couldn't probably afford it. All right, they need to make Fox back from the dead. I mean, Disney owns Fox right now, so they're pretty much still alive, except they're owned by Disney right now, which is bad. Fox will make Star Wars movies instead of Disney make Star Wars movies. Yeah, but Disney is the one that owns now Star Wars and Fox, so there's not really much. Nothing can be done there as long as Disney's still involved and stuff like that. But let's see what happens. I don't know a lot about Warhammer, neither me, but I'm looking forward to it since Cavill is behind it. Yeah, the same here. As long as Cavill's gonna be in it, I think it's gonna be good, and I think he has a lot of work and plug that he's gonna be doing on it. So whatever it is, I'm ready for it. I just want to see something, honestly. All right, so let's see. All right. All right, I wasn't a massive fan of Rebel Moon. It looked good, and the creative vision was good, but the writing definitely needed something better, in my opinion. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, it's not for everybody. That's cool. If you didn't enjoy it, I mean, you didn't enjoy it. What can we do? I loved it. I really did. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for Rebel Moon 3, and as long as Zach keeps it up and Netflix continues to put money into it, they can. I'm gonna be real with you. Some fans are gonna get hurt, but they can take over Disney and fully fully take over what Star Wars is and used to be, because Star Wars is no longer what it used to be. Let's be real. All right, so let's see. Let's see. All right, Indiana Jones was only ever a trilogy. Yeah, I guess when it used to be. I haven't seen none of the recent ones, so I kind of like gave up on Indiana Jones because it was like always the same thing. But it is what it is. All right, so look, let's check this out with these updates. I know you guys are like eager to know and stuff like that. All right, so this is the stock for today. All right, this is how it closed. Again, even with everything that James Gunn is announcing and what WB is trying to announce and stuff like that, it's not making noise. It really isn't. Right? What up? The true DCU must return. Yeah, for sure. Disney Star Wars is complete garbage. Yeah, that's why I call it, Star Wokes, because it's just completely gone down the drain fully. So it is what it is. All right, so look, let's check these updates out. All right, first things first. All right, Lauren Lefranc. I don't know how you pronounce that. I guess some kind of name. I don't know. Confirms that Dr. Julian Rush is not the Scarecrow in the Penguin. So a lot of people were speculating and they were saying, "Oh, that Julian Rush is Scarecrow because we saw the Easter eggs of the mask and the claws or the hands with whatever the Freddy Krueger looking claws that were hanging on the lamp next to the bed or whatever." I knew it. I was like, that's not Scarecrow. Like, why would it be Scarecrow? Like they're probably just throwing an Easter egg for the hell of it, and that's exactly what it was. But now you have Lauren, that's somebody big in the production or whatever, saying no, that's not a Scarecrow. So that right there is fully crushing all the rumors that people were speculating and say, oh, that could be a Scarecrow because we see the little Easter eggs. Nah, it's not. So that's that when it comes to it. So really not much details and more info on that, but that just pretty much crushing that whole rumor stuff that people were speculating. All right, let's move on. Now check this out. All right, so apparently Josh Brolin is speculated to be playing Darkseid in the DCU. Now this right here I have a problem with, honestly, because this right here, if they do this, I'm telling you right now, like the was DC is already Marvel. That's it. Because how are you gonna have Josh playing Darkseid and Thanos? You get what I'm saying? I get two different brands, two different universes, but no, honestly, this is why I'm telling y'all. While it's closed this year, like this whole DCU isn't working. People are not interested. People don't want it. They're not eating it up. They're not believing it. They're not supporting it. And most of all, it's not making any profit, you know, and the noise that they're trying to cause is all fake because they're paying for ads for people to get, you know, in the studio with Superman so they can get all these what do you call it, fake views, if you want to say. But this right here, no man, honestly, you know, Ray Porter is the one and only true dark side, and that's it. You know, whoever comes after that, they have some big shoes to fill in, you know. And again, we're not gonna make it that far. We really are not going to make it that far within the DCU. And we already know that they're about to start filming in a few days, you know, Supergirl. And, you know, apparently there's also a rumor going around that that what's his name, David Cornsweet, was seen on the set. So they're trying to connect everything. But again, people, this is why I'm telling you, the DCU isn't going to make it far. A lot of people are speculating, yeah, they're going to be able to go far. And no, it's not. It's starting off bad and it's going to end bad, period. Because, and why am I so sure about that? You might be asking yourself. Very simple. The number in the stocks are not moving. They keep on dropping. They keep on tanking. All of these flops. Joker 2 wasn't able to save Warner Brothers. So if Joker 2 wasn't able to save Warner Brothers under the leadership of James Gunn, I get it. James Gunn did not have anything to do with Joker 2. He probably, like he said, he passed and gave notes to the director, Todd Phillips. So did something come from that? We don't know. You know, it is what it is. We knew that it flopped, and the same way, that's how the DCU Superman is going to be. It's going to tank at the box office this summer. You know, nobody's excited for it, and the few little bit of people aren't enough to save and fully, you know, help James Gunn with his whole you know, reboot of the DCU. Is going to tank and is also going to join the flop squad. But this right here, you know, this is just again speculating, you know, speculation. But I don't think this is going to happen. But knowing James Gunn trying to bring everybody from Marvel, you know, this is what they wanted. You wanted a DC that's fully the Marvel formula. You finally have it, and you're gonna see how bad it's going to tank at the box office because you don't have Disney and you don't have Marvel backing you up on this one, James Gunn. You just simply don't. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the next topic. All right, so if you saw that I just posted this, all right, this is the source, Heroic Hollywood. This was just posted within the 4 hours of, you know, when I posted it up and stuff like that. So this is from today. We have Andy Muschietti saying and confirming, all right, quote unquote confirming, that's what I'm saying, that Robert Pattinson is not going to be the Batman of the DCU. This is what he's saying. There is a Batman that everyone knows is the Batman that belongs in the new universe. The Batman of Matt Reeves is obvious he's not from the new universe. So he's talking about, you know, the DCU with James Gunn, and then he's talking about the Batman of Matt Reeves, which is separate, is not from the new universe. All right. So to everybody saying, what's your source, bro? Here's my source, bro. Right here. That's the source, and this is who's saying it. And I'm just talking about it, you know. So, but do we really believe Andy Muschietti? I don't. I don't. I think he's in it. I think he's lying. I have a feeling that Matt Reeves' Batman is going to be the Batman of the DCU. He can say this right now because remember the same thing when WB said, "Oh, we're not gonna get the Snyder cut. We want to thank Zach with Ann Sarnoff that, you know, thanks to his trilogy and blah blah blah." And then how did that turn out? Oh, we proved them wrong, right? So the same thing with this. Andy Muschietti could be right now lying and saying, "Oh no, you know, Robert Pattinson's Batman isn't going to be, you know, the Batman of the DCU." But we already see how they lie, and they're always constantly saying lies. So, what can come from this? We do not know. You know, like this is it's pretty interesting, but at the same time, we have to wait and see what's going to happen with that because honestly, I think it is going to happen. You know, I really think that what's his name? Robert Pattinson is going to be it, and they're going to force Matt Reeves to either cancel it or join because remember they're still working on that dynamic duo, and he even said it in an interview. He's like, "Oh, it all depends, you know, on if it makes sense or if it doesn't." So yeah, that's another flag. If it makes sense, of course they're going to incorporate what's his name, Matt Reeves' universe, and you know Robert Pattinson's Batman into James Gunn's vision of, you know, the DCU. Um, honestly, I wouldn't mind, honestly, because you already have that Batman that's established, and I get it. It's two different tones, but big but. I mean, do it. Just do it. Make it happen. I guess just make it happen. Either that or cancel it. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. Like what? Which one of the two you want? Either you want it canceled or you want him to join your uh your DCU because I don't see Matt Reeves continuing anything on his own. His own established universe. And it looks like James Gunn is probably trying to slither himself. See what I did there? He's trying to slither himself into trying to get and steal Robert Pattinson and that whole universe so he can throw it into his DCU. So could it happen? Yeah, it could happen. You think they're lying? I think they're lying, you know. But again, time will tell and we will see what happens with that. Because with the way that things are going, again, anything is possible. So, we will see what happens. All right. All right, so true DC fans want shared universe without MCU influence. We never wanted Coker movie. Leto is superior to Joaquin. Yep, that's true. We were supposed to get that Jared Leto Joker movie, and of course the studio again playing their typical games, screwed Jared Leto over, and then they gave us what we got with the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. But it is what it is. We just got to keep on fighting, and in due time we will get what we are fighting for and stuff like that. All right, Kathleen Kennedy and James Gunn were never fans of Star Wars and DC because they really hated the IPs and are just trying to tank and ruin both Star Wars and DC and ignore the fans. Yep, I agree with that, honestly. Kenneth, I think you're on point with that because I see the same thing. Honestly, they don't care. James Gunn has said it too. He doesn't care about, any of these characters and anything that has to do with superheroes. This is why we see all these odd characters that he puts out, because I mean, how much more odd can it get? He's putting a freaking kaiju in Superman. A kaiju. Like what's next? Is Godzilla gonna appear in Superman? Are they gonna be setting up something like in the comics where, Godzilla and Kong, because they already have those, live action? Are they gonna set up something for the future? I'm just talking smack right now, honestly. But like realistically, like it could happen. I mean, it's the weird mind of James Gunn, so anything can happen. All right, if this reboot fails at the box office, it will prove the unequivocally they made the wrong decision. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like it's just gonna be like, what? They fully made the wrong decision. They know it too. I have a feeling that WB's right now so concerned, especially with July coming up. That the Superman, everything is on the shoulders of James Gunn with Superman right now, and we already know it's all gonna crumble. It's already crumbling. It's like nobody cares about it, nobody's interested. But this is what happens with them. Thor: Love and Thunder is garbage and unfunny. Yeah, that's forced and everything. It's a shame what Disney has allowed also. But again, they brought this upon themselves and things like that. So this is the update that you're seeing with this from Andy Muschietti from today. This is officially confirmed, if you want to say. But again, I don't believe the lies of Andy Muschietti because I don't know, just something about him. He just doesn't convince me. All right, so check this out. This was pretty funny. I don't know where I came across this, but I came across it. I don't even know how accurate is this, but of course it's during James Gunn's time, so this has to be very recent. Apparently at AEW, it's like WWE. It's a wrestling what is it, wrestling show. Somebody actually brought in that's pretty cool right there. You see, it's a clear statement right there. James Gunn sucks. That's pretty dope to see. Because that's it's facts. That's the reality right there. This is where we're at and stuff like that. So, very interesting and funny at the same time because I find it hilarious, honestly. All right, so let's check this other image that I came across also, and this is very accurate, because here we have, all right, let's be real. This is how some of the fans are in the fandom right now. Look, I love Zack Snyder. I love Michael Bay. I love what they gave us with their cinematic versions, in the universe. But here you have again these trolls. You have these trolls that are always like, It's not dark, gritty, or brutal, so it sucks. And that's what exactly we were getting with Man of Steel and Transformers. They were brutal, they were dark, they were gritty. You know, they were awesome. Let's be real. It was quality, right? Everything, costumes, effects, music, everything. And then you had trolls talking, that, oh no, it's just too dark. Oh, it's too gritty. Oh, it's too brutal and it's too strong. Blah blah blah. And this is what happens. But then this is what happens when you don't have quality, because all this with Zach and Michael Bay was quality. And then you have now fans coming out saying, finally, accurate performances. Yeah, you're gonna take this serious right here. We haven't even seen them in the theater yet. We already know he's gonna flop. His trailer didn't convince nobody, and the few people, not enough. And then Hasbro wonders why they're sinking. Look at this. Cutting shortcuts. Instead of giving us another live action movie, right? Like they gave us, because when Michael Bay was there, they were making money. They were making profit. And then what happens now? Oh, let's try to cater to the kids. Let's try to cater to the G1 fans. Let's try to cater to those hardcore fans. Yeah, where did that take you? Again, nowhere. It just put you more in the negative. And you know what? As a Transformers fan, I'm happy that's happened. You know why? Because you should have gone with what Michael Bay was giving us. You listen to these trolls, you listen to all the fake media, you listen to Rotten Tomatoes, and this is why you got where you got and where you're at. Flops. And the same thing with WB. You got away from Zack Snyder, you got away from the Snyderverse, you got away from quality, and you got away from what made you profit. Because damn it, this was all quality right here. And what happened with the studios? They're down the drain. Because look at this. Compare this to this quality, cinema quality right here, right? And this is a joke. This a joke. This right here on both cinematic universes with Hasbro, Paramount, the Transformers brand. Look at where they're at now. Tanking, canceling games, canceling, laying off people. Things get worse. And what's happening with WB? The same thing. Their stocks are low. They continue to tank. Their movies have been flopping for the past 2 years, going to the third year this year, because Superman will not be an exception. This one will also join the flop squad. Telling you, these studios need to stop catering to these trolls. Stop catering to the fake media and give the fans what they want, what makes them money. Ask yourself, as a fan, how many times did you go see the Michael Bay movies? Now ask yourself, how many times did you go see Rise of the Beast? How many times did you see Bumblebee? And how many times did you go and see Transformers 1? Only you know the answer to that, all right? So whatever your response is whether you saw it more than 5 times, then you were supporting what was quality. If you didn't see it, look, I only saw Transformers 1 time, and that was enough. Superman, I am not going to be seeing from James Gunn. And Man of Steel, I can't even tell you how many times I saw that in the theaters. You know why? Because that's how good it was. I lost track. When you lose track, the same thing with Michael Bay, all these movies, they were quality. They were exquisite. They were ahead of the time. They were crushing it at the box office. But what happens? They got away from that. And by them getting away, you get what you freaking deserve. And this is where you're at. Your brands are tanking. That's what happens when you don't listen and you don't give the customers what they want. If you don't give them what they want, of course you're going to reap what you sow. See what I'm saying? That's what happens. That's what happens with this. All right, so let's check this out. Drop your comments because I'm going now down the comment section. All right, let's see. Yeah, those are pretty much the 3 topics I really wanted to talk about and stuff like that. So if you're just joining, you can just catch up and rehear it and stuff like that. So all right, let's see. All right, cool. Here we go. Hollywood has fallen. Yeah, that's true. Hollywood has fallen. That's why I made that video today, because it's like after hearing that announcement, from this gaming company, I think it's Splash. I can't remember right now what they're called, but let me go back. What is it? Yeah, Splash Damage. Okay, from them canceling the game of Transformers Reactivate, that tells you a lot. Like, man, we shouldn't be canceling stuff. On the contrary, you should be putting out more content. But again, these studios are allowing this, and this is what they're doing. Damn, bro, streaming again? Hell yeah. You are crushing it with content. This is cool. Appreciate that. I officially declare you the best newer Snyder related content creator. Great job, man. Appreciate that. Just putting in this work for y'all. Bringing the all type of entertainment. Just for your pleasure and stuff. And the best part about it is that it's free. Now if y'all can donate and y'all can put some, some buy a coffee or whatever, That's highly appreciated. If you can, of course. If you can't, don't worry. It's understandable, you know. I'm here doing it for you, and you know, this is what we do on this channel and stuff like that. So, you know, I appreciate that. It means a lot when y'all watching, y'all tune in and drop your comments and all that stuff. All right, so let's see. What's up, chat? What's up to everybody? All right, let's see. All right, give me one sec. All right, cool. Studios are catering to trolls indeed. Trolls who love nothing more but to get on people's nerves big time. Yes, I agree with that. I really agree with that. You know why? Because all they do is just completely come on, you know, into this chat or any other chat. You know, they vent what they feel, but then it's like, all right, are you really out there buying, you know, the merchandise, the product, the content, whatever it is? Are you really supporting it? And clearly you can see that it's not. Again, this is why you see James Gunn and the stock of today that they closed at $10 and 6 cents. Embarrassing, embarrassing. Honestly, you know, it's sad to see that, but this is what happens when the studio, you know, takes shortcuts. I like Matt Reeves, the Batman, but to be honest, it was not the Batman movie people wanted to see. Exactly, fans wanted to see Ben Affleck's Batman. True, but Reeves and DC didn't want that. I agree with you. Exactly. Look, let's look at another point of view, right? While we're on this topic of Batman, imagine that Matt Reeves, knowing that the script was good, the story was good, was the best thing, everything was awesome. He could have been right now capitalizing, milking it, and you know, we could have all been winning. Matt Reeves would have been like, you know, winning with Ben Affleck's Batman. Ben Affleck would have been winning. Us, the fans, DC would have been probably in a better position to where it's at right now. But no, again, WB wanted to take a shortcut. All right, you don't want to pay Ben Affleck what he wants. You don't want to pay Zack Snyder what he wants, but yet you want quality, right? And then look at what they gave us, the Batman. WB so shady that they even took the name that was supposed to be for Ben Affleck's Batman movie, and they gave it to Robert Pattinson overnight. That just happened overnight because none of us knew that Robert Pattinson was going to come in and say that's going to be the new Batman. There was nowhere hinted or anything that leaked that Robert Pattinson was going to be the next Batman, the same way that we got with David Cornsweet. Nothing, nothing. There was no, at least that I'm aware of, there was no updates. That's why I was like, what the hell? Like, how did this clown come out of nowhere? And he's getting, you know, the crown of Batman right now. He's getting the cowl. How the hell that happened? See what I'm saying? Like, what the hell happened behind closed doors that we don't know? See what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is, you know, but in due time, we are going to get it. This is why I say that picture that Zack Snyder posted over the weekend with Richard and that bat suit, you know, that's Ben Affleck's Batman. I have a feeling that once Zach is back, after we hear official announcements from that 300 prequel, that's what he's coming back for, The Dark Knight Returns. And that would be perfect, my friends. Some of you are like, well, it was supposed to be Ben Affleck's Batman movie. Yes, true. I agree with you. But this would be a solid comeback. How? Because now you have, imagine, Zack Snyder's The Dark Knight Returns. Oh, just that sounds lovely. Because you have a title that it's saying and is letting you know, whoa, hold on. This is Zack Snyder, just like Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now this is Zack Snyder's what? Not just Batman. It's just Zack Snyder's The Dark Knight Returns. We already know who the Dark Knight is, Batman. You know, but it just sounds. It sounds very like that. Sounds dope. Like, yo, I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to throw my money at it. Take it, WB. Make it happen, and then you'll see how people will come in pouring in by the crowds, and nobody will be able to fit in the theaters because that's what people want. That's why when you say, oh, that nobody goes out to theaters anymore. Yeah, because nobody wants to go see trash movies anymore. You have Sonic 3 that's crushing at the box office, and people want to go see that. People want to see good quality films. And you don't have to like do nothing complicated. I mean, it's easy. Just give your fans what they want. But again, these studios don't want to give us what we want. But in due time, we will get Ben Affleck's, hopefully, Zack Snyder's The Dark Knight Returns. That's what I think is going to be happening once we hear that he's fully on board and you know, we get updates with that whole 300 and stuff like that. So let's see what happens, and you know, we will see what happens. I still think they aren't failing; they are intentionally destroying the brand. It's by design. This is not incompetence; it's sabotage. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you with that. Integrity 101. That's true. I really, really think that that's since the moment James Gunn was announced, I already knew that that's what it was. Remember, I called it. If you guys been following me, you know that I've been like, yo, James Gunn is the Trojan horse. You know, he's been sent by Marvel and he's gonna completely destroy everything from the inside out. And look at what he's done. He's done a fantastic job. let's admit and give props to what James Gunn is good at doing. He's good at destroying things. That's what his nickname should be. James Gunn, the Destroyer and the King of Flops, because that's what he does. He's good at that. He's good at flops and he's good at destroying everything at DC completely. That's what he's done with this whole brand. Sad, but that's what the studio is allowing. All right, let's see. I personally think that it's obvious since Cavill's return got canceled, what blundered, etc. At that point, I think it became pretty clear this is unintentional sabotage. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, like I agree with you. A lot of people see that too. A lot of people see that point of view too. So you're on point. Basically, I don't believe anyone at the studio. This is stupid. Hence, intentional. They could literally hire a couple of teenagers to do a better job. Yeah, they can. But again, they're trying to cut shortcuts and just trying to cater to, I don't even know what's the audience. And honestly, completely embarrassing, honestly. Pattinson was offered Batman in 2017. WB are snakes. Oh, okay, interesting. I had no idea about that, honestly. I really didn't. That's new to me. Good to know that. All right. Yeah, they're snakes though. And the Flash was not the Flash movie fans wanted to see. Either WB wanted DC to be Marvel, and James Gunn did sabotage the film and other DC films in 2024. Yeah, that could be a possibility. I mean, anything's right now a possibility. So release the Muschietti cut. I think we saw the final cut. At this point, honestly, like don't get me wrong, what he did with Ben Affleck, it was all right. I kind of liked it. What he did with Michael Keaton, I kind of liked it also, but still not, like still not fully convinced. It just felt like it was missing something. I don't know what it was. Maybe because it was too short. I think it was like what 5 minutes for Ben Affleck's, that motorcycle scene and stuff. But should have just been more. He should have been the main Batman of that movie of the Flash. But thank you, James Gunn, for screwing that up also. Because as usual, you and your notes, you like to screw things up. I like the Flash anyway, but it's clear they butchered that film before release. Yeah, yeah, it went through so many things before James Gunn came on board. Remember, they shot a few different extra scenes with Ben Affleck, with Gal, and with Henry because they were supposed to have like. And remember, a lot of people were saying that too when they were screening. They did early screens that you saw the Justice League that they appeared on that bridge, but then we see what the final product is. Of course, they went into reshoots and they did what they did and stuff like that. All right, let's see. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, The Empire Strikes Back, and The Dark Knight are the best sequels of all time. You know what? That's I gotta agree with you. I don't know about The Empire Strikes Back because like I said, I'm not a Star Wars fan like that, but hey, if that's what you're saying, so be it. The Dark Knight Returns, from Christopher Nolan is way better than The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises to me was trash, honestly. I didn't like it. I only like Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Now, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I know that has a lot of people that it really bothered them. I'm not one of them. I liked it. I like what they did with Fallen Kingdom, honestly. And hopefully in the new one, in Rebirth, I hope the rumors are true that we get, half dinosaur, half human, because apparently there's something that's coming. There's a new dinosaur that he's gonna be like a hybrid. I like all that stuff, like I like all that weirdness, all that strange stuff, just do something different. You get what I'm saying? This is Jurassic World, not Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, obviously, it was Jurassic Park, but Jurassic World, come on, just continue those hybrids and bring them back because that's what I liked about this whole new brand. And what they did with the Dark Knight, I mean, that was awesome. Everything was just amazing. Everything. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, Pattinson admitted in an interview, so it happened immediately when Ben left. Hack thieves never wanted to work with Ben. Oh, that's interesting. I had no idea on that, honestly. Again, like I don't follow some like for example, like Robert Pattinson. I'm not following him, so I'm not even gonna watch his interviews. You get what I'm saying? So that's why this is all new to me. Oh, okay. So yeah, WB has been very shady. They've always been shady, but now they're really showing their true colors. All right. So all right, you see France, the top five pandemic movies. Yeah, I saw that. Zack Snyder's Justice League and even Wonder Woman 84 is on there, but no the Suicide Squad or the Batman. True, true, very true facts, honestly. That's real talk right there. They didn't put the Suicide Squad. Look at that. The Suicide Squad is not even on the credit of James Gunn's Superman. They had to use literally from the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. They could have easily used WB used, the director of Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad, who brings you Superman. No, they just wanted to implement and throw in that credit for Marvel that they've always wanted to been doing for the past 13 years. I know that when Zack Snyder was there, of course WB wanted to turn it all into, the Marvel formula. Now they've fully done it, but jokes on them because all of that's gonna come back, and it's gonna backfire once Superman is released in the summer. All right, Keaton wasn't supposed to. He wasn't supposed to go out. Remember, he was in Batgirl. Yeah, it's true. He was supposed to connect. Affleck and Cavill were supposed to be in the ending of the Flash. True, but if you just look around at the actors, you can see tons of reshoots. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. At the end, and look at what James Gunn did in the end of the Flash with the Flush with George Clooney. He replaced Ben Affleck and he brought in George Clooney. So I spoke about that the other day and stuff like that. So it is what it is, But jokes on them, and it's already caught up. It's already caught up on them. So Charles, what up? What up? Appreciate you for joining and watching. Here we are talking about all this good stuff right here. So if y'all just tuned in, just go rewatch probably the other half because we're like 45 minutes into this. So, appreciate each and every one of y'all that's tuning in so we could watch and stuff like that. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right. The Dark Knight is from 2008. Yeah, that's crazy. 2008 to 2018, that's already been 10 years. In 2028, that'll be already what? 20 years. That's crazy. Just thinking about that. Wow. That's kind of scary. Because it just shows you time's passing by and man, like time just doesn't stop and it slows down for none of us. It's crazy. All right. I knew James Gunn being hired by WB and Zaslav was not the right move, and Gunn proved he's not fan of what kind of person he really is, which is not good. Yep, true. Exactly. Exactly. CS, show us your figure collection. I will, my friend. I'm just reorganizing my shelves. I'm rearranging things. I put some LED lights and stuff. So when I show y'all can enjoy it even more. So, I'm right now, I just finished setting up. I'll probably show y'all a video or a picture of it. But I just put the LEDs onto my shelves. And I just finished doing the section for Zack Snyder's Justice League, along with what is it, David Ayer Suicide Squad. So I got some of those figures and the Batmobile with Darkseid. Put them all in like one shelf so y'all can see. But I'll show y'all real soon with that and stuff like that. I just want to like make it look nice and presentable and stuff like that. So, but yeah, for sure y'all gonna be seeing that and stuff soon. All right, now that Andy Muschietti announced that Robert Pattinson isn't the Batman in the DCU, that means James Gunn will definitely take out Robert Pattinson, the Batman 2 for sure. That's even if we make it to the Batman 2. I highly doubt we're gonna make it to the Batman 2, like I told you. Like I've been calling it. And a lot of people are calling it too. I think two things are gonna happen by the time if we get to the Batman 2. Either it's gonna join James Gunn's DCU forcefully, or they're gonna just delay it and push it back and continue until Matt Reeves says either you give in and you join us, or you step away, step down, like they like to say in corporate worlds. He had to step down for some issue. You get what I'm saying? So don't be surprised if they can it or he just joins it. At this point, I'm just like, whatever happens from it, so be it. Affleck is probably the single most important person besides Zach related to the Snyderverse. He is a director, a writer, and he brought in Chris Terrio. If I remember correctly, Matt wanted control. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and that's the thing. Matt Reeves just wanted control. That's all. That's normal for this to happen in this industry among directors. I'm telling you. Like I've clashed with so many directors, and I'm an indie filmmaker. I'm not even a pro, but it's just the ego of some people in this industry. That's what I like about Ben. That's what I like about Henry. That's what I like about Gal. That's what I like about Zach. That's what I like about David Ayer. That they're all humble in this industry. You need to be humble. A lot of people don't know how to be humble, and James Gunn is not one of them. James Gunn is not humble. He doesn't even know what humble means. Honestly, he's just so he's full of ego, and all he wants to feed and fuel is his ego. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but it's all caught up to them. So that's what happens. All right. I personally think the Clooney ending is Gunn trolling the Snyder fans. Yeah, I think so too. I think he just did that on purpose, honestly, just to laugh at us. And the same thing with what he did recently in that interview that he was making fun of us and laughing. Justice League, right? With that other guy. Oh yeah. You get what I'm saying? And what he did with those characters, because of course we didn't even have Ben there, the silhouette. and we didn't have Cyborg because, of course, the whole thing, the drama with WB and Cyborg and stuff. So, it is what it is, but we'll get them at the box office. Remember, people, this year, all right, don't forget, this year, what's our theme? Wallets closed. That's it. That's how we get these corporates. Wallets closed. That's what happens. All right, Keaton Batman and the Flash isn't Batman from old Burton from Batman movie. It's a different timeline. Yeah, you can see that it's different too. So we'll see what happened. I don't think someone like James Gunn should be in charge of DC because of the things he said in the past. He said so many things in the past and recently. Just a few days ago, he said he made fun of somebody, like, and then again, you have all these James Gunn fans that are attacking Grace Randolph and saying a whole bunch of stuff, and she's even saying it. She's calling them out. So I'm telling y'all, it's just they're revealing themselves slowly, and it is what it is. So we're not gonna stress on that. All right, James Gunn is definitely gonna pull off a Foley with the Batman 2. Oh man, yeah. That would not be a surprise, honestly. Do y'all remember the scene Blade 2 when what's her name? Nisa? I don't know how to pronounce her. I'm not familiar with Blade. Locks herself in the Maskinos with the mark, and she says, "Have you gone insane?" That would literally be my reaction to Zaslav's reboot plans. Yeah. I think we can all agree on that. Like he's literally gone insane. I mean, it tells you when he's selling, stocks of his company. I'm just gonna be real with you. I just think David Zaslav doesn't care about none of us. All he cares about is how much bonus he can get at the end of the year, and he's getting away with it. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just it's sad, but this is where we're at right now. No one trying to succeed decides the best way to end the movie Flash with the worst live action Batman of all time. Notice Cavill goes out with bad CG again. Zack Snyder Justice League fixed things. The Flash undid it. Yep, that's true. Exactly. The Flash undid it. That's why I say the power of the Flash, you can do so many things. Just way so many things. All right. How does Robert Pattinson become Batman Brave and the Bold? That Batman is old enough to a kid like Damian Wayne. Who knows? Knowing James Gunn, I mean, he's gonna screw everything up. He brought in with the multiverse. I mean, George Clooney. So I don't know. Getting George Clooney at the end credit scene for the Flash again shows how James Gunn really thinks about DC insulting the fans with stupid childish jokes and not respecting DC brands and fans. Yeah, that's true. That's completely true. Nice. Black Jaguar Studios. You're an indie filmmaker too. Nice. Tag me to some of your work so I could check it out and stuff. That's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Good to hear that. Filmmakers of all kind. It's always good to see that. I think it was intentional. They really are petty. Remember Cavill's mustache and yeah, Justice League. The Flash ended with Cavill having embarrassing CG and Clooney being the final Batman trolling. Yeah, honestly, sad. Robert Pattinson is a cringe Batman. Ben is my Batman. Yep, mine's too. Exactly. No Snyderverse, no money. Wallets closed. That's it. Let's see. Do you think DC will be sold this year? No, I don't think DC is going to be sold this year. What I think is going to happen is we're going to keep on seeing those stocks dropping. That next move that WB is going to be. All right, there's another rumor going around real quick. I'll talk about it real fast. That they're saying that apparently in April, WB is going to be sold off. We don't know who, but I'm telling you right now, the stocks are right now low and they keep getting lower and they're going to continue getting lower. Plain and simple, this is what I think, speculating. WB is not going to get sold anytime soon. And if it does go up for sale, two things are going to happen. Whoever is going to buy them, which I think is going to be Comcast, not Netflix. I don't think Netflix is going to buy WB. It's just too much for them. That's way too much. Comcast has serious money. These people have so much money that you can't even imagine. So, and they don't have the debt like other studios and stuff. The point is that I think Comcast is waiting for the right time, and they're just like us watching the stocks, how shitty it gets, how low it keeps dropping, and they're waiting for those numbers to reach, if not $5 or less, so they can say now is when the bidding war starts, and that's when they're gonna go in and they're gonna buy in the studio, and they're just gonna tell David Zaslav, look, here's a fat check, write the numbers you want, boom, we're gonna buy this debt out of you. That's what I think is gonna happen in the end. The Batman a boring movie, so who? GAF, yeah, we don't care, honestly. All right, WB and Hack Thieves get what they deserve for throwing away a vision in a shared universe for just being disrespectful, being desperate for money for a Batman movie. Yep, true, exactly. They wanted that, they got it. All right. Question: if Zavzal sells WB with DC, who do you think he will sell the company to? It's not about who he'll sell it to. It's who's willing to pay the most for it. It could be anybody besides Disney because Disney can't buy them. I have a feeling Comcast is going to make that move, and they're waiting to strike the deal at the right time. That's it. You know, it's like when you're on eBay. If you ever bought on eBay, when you're doing the bidding war, everybody literally waits to the last 2 seconds and they outbid you until boom, the seller wins, right? That's what I think is going to happen. And I think in the end, Comcast is the one that's going to fully acquire and own everything at WB, everything. And they're just going to end up kicking out James Gunn. They're not going to renew the contract with James Gunn. They're going to be, you know what? You're out. Like, we don't even care about you. All right. And then, of course, that's when Zack Snyder's going to come into play because of 300 and all that. So probably by then we'll hear the announcement. Hope Mutant Dino Valley or Hybrid Dino villain would be in Jurassic World Rebirth. There is something like that. There's something. Google it and you'll see. There's even the toy list that leaked from the movie. So there's some strange names. Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a hybrid in there. No more natural dinosaurs. What is it? Hybrid Dino villain doesn't deserve replaced by natural dino. Yeah, you know what? I'm down with all those hybrids. I don't care, honestly. Just make it entertaining. That's all I care about, honestly. Funny thing about Flash movie that it didn't even rewrite anything. Yeah, they just put it just how it is. Even the animation, it sucks. You know, the CG and stuff like that. The Dark Knight Returns should be in a comic book accurate alternative universe of the Snyderverse with the same actors and the full creative freedom of Zack Snyder. I think that's what they're gonna do. Of course, Zack's gonna be the one, running it and stuff like that. But we just have to wait and see. Not just Clooney scene, the Flash tooth falling out. Oh yeah, that was embarrassing. Arm eating a roach burger, that was completely cringe. Gunn did that shit on purpose. Yeah, he did that on purpose. He did that to leave it like, oh, this is what you guys get right before I leave. All right, we got you. We got you, player. We got you, James Gunn. Wait. Just wait until those ticket sales go up for Superman. I'm telling you, we are all going to be watching those theaters, how the tickets do not move, and how those seats are even emptier than Joker 2. Oh, yeah. Have a good night. Catch you guys later in the chat. Good to see some of you guys haven't seen in a while. Appreciate that for watching. All right. All right. Number facts. Zack Snyder Justice League 2 is inevitable. Yes, that's true. I want a director to take DC universe seriously. It's not MCU. Yeah, that's true. It's just fully gone MCU, and it's sad to what it's going, and it's gone. Going on from my last point, do you think it will be $5 by the end of the year? It probably might. With the fall of Superman coming up soon, don't be surprised. It might reach those numbers. Remember, over the summer last year, I reported the lowest that it went was $6.66. I have screenshots of that. So $6.66. What a number! But at the same time, it's not a coincidence. They are gonna pull a Captain Marvel, fake the box office numbers. Oh yeah, for sure. They're gonna fake all that. They're gonna be like, oh, how is the best movie and blah blah blah. We already know what's up. But it is what it is. So again, I want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure if you are on PlayStation, if you play Fortnite or whatever, you just want to chill and play. When I play gaming, you'll also be seeing that on this channel now. Now that I'm with Twitch and all these things as I work with the channel and stuff like that. Again, like I'll be doing, besides these streams, I'll also be streaming the gaming and stuff like when I'm playing and things like that. So if y'all want to chat it up on there too, so that way, or if you can't, then at least you can watch, and if you're into games and stuff like that. So but this is what we have, and like I said, just trying to expand more with the content to give y'all more entertainment, for wherever you are, wherever you're watching, whatever, I appreciate that. Every little bit counts. So I'm grateful for all the views and all that stuff, with the comments and everything. All right, WB's legacy, if they don't fix this shit, it will be known as the studio trying to be another studio. Yeah, they exactly, just that's what it's become. They've literally become Marvel, and they brought this upon themselves. Who started rumor of DC versus Marvel? Who knows? Probably somebody from Marvel. So it is what it is. But yeah, all right then. So I'm about to end this chat. I appreciate y'all for watching. If you want to catch me, I'm about to stream soon over on the gaming side. So to whoever wants to watch on that, just keep posted. I'll be doing that shortly. So that's a separate one. So, but until then, thank y'all for watching. Catch you on the next one. Appreciate you, and peace.